Welcome back to the Radio Horror YouTube channel. Tonight, we are talking with Katie, the blonde in front of fear, about the new horror movie starring Rebecca Hall, which is supposed to have been out a long time ago, and it's coming out post-COVID vaccinations. And it asks one particular question, though, Katie. Do you believe in ghosts?
Me? Yes, I do. And yet, is this a film about ghosts? Which is the question. Yeah, The Night House, directed by David Bruckner and starring Rebecca Hall, Sarah Goldberg, Bonnie Curtis Hall, and Evan, I'm going to butcher his name, Evan Jonekelt, is about Beth, who has just lost her husband to suicide. We see her 4 days after this has happened. She's returned to work. She is returning to trying to do stuff with her friends, trying to be as normal as possible because she has no idea why this happened with her husband and what the reasonings were. Rebecca Hall does an amazing job as Beth. And the more she's trying to figure out what's going on and what has happened with her husband and trying to figure out the reasons why, certain things in her house aren't happening, which then she's got that confusion of is there something going on. The deeper, I mean, it's like an onion. The more layers you get through, like she realizes, does she really know her husband at all? She's been with this man, she's been married to the man 14 years, and then a few years before that. So one of the things I have to say that I thought was kind of a misstep is when they showed the pictures of them together and whatnot. Come on, there's a lot of things that happen in 2006 that don't look the same in 2021. So just in future reference for movie people, do some changes. People's people's haircut looks different. What they wear is different. When you look the same for 15 years, I think it's lazy. I don't buy it. I wish movies would stop doing that. But that is one of the one of two faults I have with the film. As you go along with Rebecca doing this whole mystery kind of machine sort of thing, like who was her husband, what was going on, she's going through his phone, she's going through his computer, you realize this is a much darker film than just like, is there a ghost in the house and the reasoning why. One thing I have to give a kudos to Rebecca Hall for her amazingly emotional roller coaster of a powerhouse performance. She is the anchor of the film. There are three things that are the keys: her performance, the house, and the direction of David Bruckner, which is very subtle yet effective. But if Rebecca Hall was not the lead and this was not her performance, I do not think this film would be what it was, which I think is amazing. Now, I was able to be a part of some interviews with both David Bruckner and Rebecca Hall. I was actually surprised at the influences or movies that she thought of while she was doing this. She wasn't necessarily influenced by them, but she watched them ahead of time. One was The Changeling, which I can see that in the film a little bit. Two more were The Shining and Rosemary's Baby, more with just like the spiral of people just spiraling out of control when things were going on. Chris, did you have a question?
We're not going to reveal what the thing is, why the spooky crap is happening. Okay.
Yeah.
But the trailers you know there's supernatural stuff, people. The trailers show her being pulled into the darkness by an unknown thing. It's supernatural. It's not The Invisible Man Part 2.
No.
But
it is
we're not going to reveal, it's definitely not Harrison Ford's movie, What Lies Beneath, nor is it the Christopher Lee Lifetime movie, which is basically the same plotline.
That is true. It is not. And when I watched it, I definitely, and I have to give kudos to Bruckner for this, the exposition of the camera work remind me of an M.C. Escher painting, where it's not necessarily like beyond normal, special effects, but it's just a little bit of the lighting and the positioning of some things that make it look like there's something there, but there's not. Again, but I'm not going to give the reveal because this reveal was not what I was expecting. So kudos to them on that. both Bruckner and Hall, well, Bruckner, gave many praise to Hall regarding her performance, and again, rightfully so. In fact, so much so that there's certain scenes, he didn't specify which ones, but there are certain scenes that he wanted to do more of, and he actually cut some of the things that he had in his mind because he wanted this to be more subtle and focus on her. I really, really liked this film. I really did. There's a few things regarding how much people are paid to see how they can afford certain things in the film that I didn't think was I didn't think was actually on the money on that. But again, there's two things. That was one of them. I implore everyone who is a teacher, there's a scene, it's early on, even if you don't like, mystery or spooky movies, there is a scene where Beth talks to a parent. I hope teachers don't have to go through this, but damn it, I know they do, and I really think you should see it for that. And I know that was one of the scenes that Hall really liked doing because she said it actually felt more like her, which good for you, girl, because believe me, not a lot of people are able to do that. But I thought the relationship between Rebecca Hall and Sarah Goldberg as her best friend was a great female relationship in a film. And as Hall said, with genre films, they're able to look into certain aspects of life and focus on them and really peel those layers that other genre films, other genres can't, especially when you're dealing with subjects like death and disease and grief. You can really delve into those that, normal or everyday films can't do, but, horror genres tend to do a really good job at. I was able to get
Yes.
little goodies.
Turn it on and off so we can see what it looks like without the light on.
Oh. Got this little lantern.
Oh, yeah, it's still pretty white.
I know, sorry.
It's completely whited out. But it says the Night House on it, right?
It says the Night House on it.
And then what is that? That's the thing I really want to know. Look at that! It's the
I
house!
know, right?
Is that the ghost in the window? In the red window?
It's one of the goat. It's a goat. Who knows?
Did you get chicken McNuggets and fries in there too?
No, but I kind of want to it's I want to get a mouse or a hamster and have this be their house. I love it. I'm going to keep it forever.
If you put a mouse or hamster in there, that thing will never survive.
I know. It'll be eaten through in a minute. But then I got all these fun things. I got this. Can you see this?
What is it?
It's an EMF meter.
Oh my God. Wow.
Not a spoiler. Because
no, again, the trailers already show that it's a supernatural ghost film.
Then I got the guided dream journal.
Is it just a blank journal?
It says record, reflect, and interpret the hidden meanings in your dreams. So no, it's got a bunch of different things that you can write in. I know the light's on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
Did you get the statue? Did that come in the box?
I wish I got that. I don't know. They're different people got different boxes. I've seen a few where there's a cleanse, one that has a cleanse on it and stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to do the lights.
Oh, I gotta reach out to my marketing people to see if there's any left over in Boston.
Because there's some cool things. And then I got this whole thing where you can make your own dream house. And then I got this, which is a mirror, if you can see that.
Yeah, there you go. You tilted it.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the mirror. But then the creme de la creme, I got the book.
What?
Yeah.
What's the name? Okay, what is the name on the book?
So it says Caerdroea, Caerdroea, Caerdroia. And then it has the Night House, and it has a design with the maze and the puzzle and stuff. And then it's a blank notebook.
Oh, it's just a blank notebook. Okay, so it doesn't have all the stuff that we wouldn't be giving away in this plot synopsis.
No.
Oh, okay. You know, you should Nathan Hanneman, who is the editor in chief of Horror Hound magazine, loves that type of stuff. I wonder if he got one. That's cool. But that book. So do we? They never say what the title that's on that book. Does it mean anything in the real world, or is it made up jargon for the film?
I didn't get into it. I know I mean, it's a key element in the film. I didn't look too much into it other than the fact that it's like that mirroring aspect and whatnot. And especially when you look in it and it's like the drawings, because like he made the house and everything and the schematics and stuff. But I didn't look into what the term actually means. But and I don't think either of them really got into what the term actually means when they're looking at the house and all that stuff. Oh, interesting fact about the house. So they actually filmed a real life house, and randomly on the last day that they were Bruckner and I believe the DP, who was also doing the location scouting, because it's a fairly independent film. It's not like a giant budget, but they found the house like on the day before they were going to have to start shooting and like doing different things. And I mean, it's an app like for what the movie is about, it's absolutely perfect. And so, movie magic, kids, keep going. No matter what, drive down that path. There's a possibility, it can be the thing you need. It also, actually, when I say that, is the plot to a lot of horror films when I put it that way too. So, just be careful. But
Allentown, Pennsylvania's movie theaters chains are actually giving away that box set that you have that also comes with a hoodie.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't get the hoodie.
The
but
hoodie
yeah.
is red, and it has the logo with the name that we can't pronounce properly on the back of it.
Yeah.
And it comes with the lantern and her flashlight.
Ooh, got a lantern and the flashlight. Well, I like my box. I'm very proud of it. I'm going to keep it forever. Or, who knows, sell it if I have to move out of my apartment. Who knows? But got a lot of cool stuff. So that was fun. And it goes along, nice little things that go along with the film. But this film is one of my favorites of the year. I think it's one of the best films of the year right now. I mean, it is 2021. There's not been that many great ones, honestly, in my opinion. It's definitely in my top 10 right now. I think I only have like 5 that are in my top 10, but it's also one of my favorites. And primarily it is because of the performance by Rebecca Hall. I just think she's fantastic.
It's such a moody film. Like going into it again, I was thinking like, oh, after reading, I didn't watch the trailer. I watched a brief little bit of a trailer, but the trailer was on over here, and I'm paying attention over here. And I read the plot synopsis when I bought the tickets, and said to myself, okay, so it's going to be like a murder. She's going to find out about an affair and a murder mystery. This is going to be what lies beneath. And then it just goes in such a different direction than I was expecting it to, in the moody atmosphere. There was one time I did jump or whatever after complaining, okay, the jump scares are getting ridiculous. And then something happens. I was just like, ah, it's so difficult to get into like what the big secret of the film is. And I can't even reveal the comic book that I thought maybe that it's definitely an allusion to, but it's written by a famous comic book writer who did work for Marvel. And there's very similarities to this story that I mentioned to you in chat, and this, like a lot of similarities between the two. It's not a murder mystery. It's a straight up like you need to do. There's a series of events that play out like in the movie that Rebecca learns about that are in the comic book as well for the 24 issues that it lasted for. It's a one and done comic too. It's not like constantly going on and on and on and on and on narrative. It's just also very funny that this house on the this night house, this lake house horror movie came out like 3 months after DC launched their story called the Nice House on the Lake, which is a unbelievable comic book series happening right now. It's only 12 issues, but it just, the first issue hits you immediately right from the very beginning about a guy who gathers a group of people to a house or whatever. He's known them different parts in their lives. Doesn't matter what they are, who they are. He's just, he's a very friendly person. And then while they're at this lake house or whatever, they get a news report, and definitely has been, people have been affected by COVID because they mentioned wearing masks. They get a news report that terrorists have attacked New York, terrorists have attacked London, terrorists have attacked this, that, and the other thing. And you're like, oh my God, did this guy, part of this terrorist organization, round up these people that he's been friends with or whatever to keep him safe while the world's coming to an end? Oh no, because one of them takes a shot at him or whatever, and he rips their arm off with absolutely no, just like waving your hand in the air. You know what I mean? And then he just disappears, saying, have fun at the lake house, I'll be back to check up on you. And the issue just ends like that. And you're just like, I have 11 more issues of this? What the hell is going on? And there's these symbols in the woods or whatever, and they can't leave. There's like the impenetrable wall of invisible whatever that they touch, and you're just like, and then I heard about this movie coming, and I was just like, must be a coincidence. What's the studio that puts this out?
Searchlight, I believe. It's Searchlight.
Not Warner Brothers or Fox or whatever?
I know it's Searchlight is the, I thought Searchlight was the primary studio.
Oh, I didn't know Searchlight was a primary studio like Disney or Warner Brothers. Did you get to meet Rebecca? Was she there? Was it all virtual and you're passing along your, questions?
It was virtual with both Rebecca
and of course she's filming
David.
Indiana Jones 5 right now, so that's probably why she was not going to attend a event and worse getting Delta virus, because their set is, Indiana Jones's set is probably under lock and key of people not allowing to leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's funny that she has two big. I mean, I consider The Night House to be a big film. If it makes a lot of money, it's got competition with Hugh Jackman's movie. But, of course, she was in, the biggest monster movie of the year earlier, Godzilla vs. Kong. So, range of the actress dealing with giant monkey versus giant lizard and, now a Spookfest film, which is, it is still a Spookfest film, but you have to go and watch it to find out what the big secret is. I so want to talk about the big secret and all the meanings behind it and everything, because nothing is explained other than like what is happening in the movie. There's no explanation about what the thing is. What is the supernatural stuff?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the most clever aspects of it, because I think there's so many different angles that you can take. Like, I know my perspective of what I think it is, and from listening to the interviews, I was right, but I know that I think there are different people who think it's something else, and I think I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a talking point to hash out what you think. One of the things I gotta give it up for David Bruckner is thank you for not doing the absolutely ridiculous horror trope of when someone hears a noise, someone asking, is someone there? That I was so happy. This is not giving anything away, kids, but I was so happy when she did not say that. And I was like, thank you.
I did like she confronted the supernatural stuff head on. Hello, I'm here.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Like, let's get over it. Let's get over the stupidity of just like, no, I can't talk to the ghost. I have to run away. No, just directly talk to the freaking thing and just get its attention.
That's the other thing I like that I think was another trope broken. It's like, she's not necessarily a victim. Like, she's the one trying to figure out what is going on.
Right.
And really searching this, and she's not taking the back seat. It's like, oh, I mean, she could go to her friend's house and she could go stay with her friend and sell the house, but it's like, no, I want to figure out what the hell is going on. Like, this affected my life. This is someone that I love. Like, good for you, because again, this is a typical genre. It's like, I'm going to wear this nightgown and that you can see through, and then like, oh my gosh, is there something here? What's going on? What's that noise? This isn't funny. I'll be right back. And this did not have that. So thank you for that. And thank you for the mystery. I have been telling everyone, this is a film to see. I was very fortunate that I got to see this a month ago. Been telling everybody since then, when this comes out, go see it. I know it's only in theaters. Be safe. I know different places have different precautions now. If you feel safe, go see it.
It'll
Wear
be
a mask.
streaming.
It's
It will
worth
be
it.
streaming in about a month. By Halloween, this movie will be streaming. Every single movie that's in theaters is like gone right to streaming immediately. If it's theaters only, it's gone right to streaming within like 30 days afterwards. So you don't have to wait very long. You don't have to wait for a Blu-ray or DVD release. It will be out. Trust me, this movie will be on streaming on Halloween.
Well, and if you can see it before the theaters and places like get crazy, do it. I think it's
Right.
worth it. I think the cinematography, everything is just fantastic. Again, I cannot say enough about Rebecca Hall's performance. Like, she really is the key to this film. Just covering like the rain, like every aspect of grief, and then also the other things going on that, you know, no one should ever have to deal with. Let me know
Right. Oh,
all this,
yeah.
but yeah, worth it. Go see it.
Check out the rest of the videos here on the Radio Horror YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and comment. Go see this film. Don't give away the big MacGuffin secret story thing. That lettering is also very cool. I absolutely love that. I gotta hunt one of those down. Maybe I'll win one. Thank you, Katie, and we'll be back in a week or so with another exciting review here. We'll be back with Candyman, actually, the day Candyman comes out, so look for that, too, and the Suicide Squad at some point soon.